Do you know the average person speaks around 70,000 words every single day? 70,000. Think about the sheer volume of that. A constant river of sound flowing out of us. A torrent of thoughts, opinions, plans, and fear. But here's the thing they never teach you. Most of those words are leaks. They are tiny, imperceptible cracks in the hull of the ship you're trying to build. And you're so busy talking about the voyage that you don't notice you're taking on water. I learned this the hard way. I learned it not in a book, but in the quiet, hollowed-out aftermath of a dream I talked into oblivion. I had this idea. It was the kind of idea that wakes you up at 3 a.m. Your heart pounding not with fear, but with a terrifying, beautiful clarity. It felt like a secret the universe had whispered only to me. It was a business, a life, a total reinvention. And I was so electric with it, so bursting with this raw, untamed energy, that I did what I thought you were supposed to do. I shared it. I sat across from a friend at our usual coffee shop, the steam rising between us, and I laid it all out. The blueprint. The 5-year plan. The secret name I'd chosen for the company. I showed him the mock-ups on my laptop, my fingers trembling with excitement, and he nodded. He smiled. He said all the right things. "That's amazing. You're so brave. I'm so happy for you." But later, months later, when I was deep in the trenches of making it real, I hit a wall. A supplier fell through. The funding I was counting on evaporated. It was a critical, gut-wrenching moment. And when I reached out to that same friend, looking for a lifeline, for just a shred of that initial enthusiasm to bolster me, his response was different. It was measured, almost clinical. He said, "Well, I always wondered about that supplier. And you know, the market is pretty saturated." And in that moment, I didn't just hear his words. I felt them. I felt the subtle, almost imperceptible shift from a cheerleader to a spectator. He wasn't in the ring with me. He was outside the ropes, watching, and there was a part of him that was more interested in the spectacle of the fight than in whether I won or lost. My dream, my sacred 3 a.m. whisper, had become a topic of conversation for him. A piece of gossip. Pat. A story he could tell about his ambitious friend who tried and, well, you know. That was my first lesson. The one that carved itself into my bones. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Your dreams, your plans, your struggles. They are sacred. They are the most valuable currency you possess. And you cannot, you must not, hand them out like cheap leaflets to anyone who passes by. You have to build a gate around your inner world. And you are the sole keeper of the key. Only share with people who have earned that privilege through a proven track record of unconditional support, who have sat with you in your silence, not just your noise. Everyone else gets the weather report. They get, "I'm good, thanks." And things are busy. They do not get the blueprint to your soul, because some people listen just to judge, not to understand. Think about that. Really let it settle in. When you are pouring your heart out, when you are vulnerable and raw, there are people on the other side of that conversation who are not connecting with you. They are collecting data. They are waiting for a pause so they can insert their own story, their own opinion. They are mentally comparing your journey to theirs, tallying up your successes and failures against some invisible scoreboard only they can see. They are not waiting to support you. They are waiting for you to stumble so they can feel better about their own stationary position. They are not your counsel. They are your audience. And an audience, by its very nature, is fickle. They crave drama. They applaud the victory, but they remember the fall longer. This is why oversharing makes you vulnerable to the wrong eyes. When you declare your goals publicly, you are turning your deepest ambitions into public property. You are inviting commentary. You are inviting criticism from people who have never dared to do what you're doing. You are inviting the "well, actually," and the "have you thought about" from people whose own lives are a monument to inaction. And worse, You are inviting the energy of envy. Your goals shouldn't be a topic for a committee meeting. Silence is not just the absence of sound. Silence is a shield. It protects the tender, nascent thing you are building from the harsh, uninvited winds of other people's opinions, their doubts, and their secret hopes for your failure. And let's be brutally, devastatingly honest with ourselves for a moment. Most people don't care. They are too busy with their own lives, their own 70,000 words, their own 3 a.m. anxieties, their own crumbling marriages, their financial worries, their personal dreams gathering dust. When you tell everyone your problems, you are not solving them. You are just distributing the weight of your pain onto people who are already carrying their own maximum load. They might offer a sympathetic nod, a pat on the back, but they will go home, and their primary concern will be their own life. Telling everyone your dreams won't make them happen. It creates a false sense of accomplishment. It gives you the dopamine hit of progress without the actual progress. The only thing that will make them happen is your work. The quiet, solitary, unglamorous work that nobody sees. The work you do when there is no audience to perform for. And then there is the most painful truth of all. Some people smile at you but hope you slip. Envy is one of the most powerful and least discussed forces in human relationships. It hides behind friendly faces and casual questions. So, how's that big project going? Can be asked with genuine warmth, or it can be a probe, a way to measure how close you are to surpassing them. Some people want updates not to cheer you on, but to track your trajectory. They want to see the rocket launch, but a small hidden part of them hopes it veers off course because its success is a constant silent reminder of their own grounded state. They can't bear the reflection of their own inaction in the glow of your ambition. So they smile, and they ask, and they wait. Don't give them a front row seat to your ascent. This is why privacy is strength. There is immense, untapped power in moving quietly, in working privately. Think of the mightiest tree in the forest. It does not announce its growth each day. It does not scream to the saplings, "Look how my roots are spreading. Look at this new ring I'm forming." It simply digs deeper, reaches higher, and one day, it provides a canopy that shades everything beneath it. Its strength is in its silent, persistent growth. Let your results be the only announcement you make. Let people see the outcome, not the struggle, the blueprint, or the countless revisions. Let them see the tree, fully formed, and wonder how it ever got so tall. This requires a new discipline. The discipline of knowing that not every thought deserves an audience. We live in a world that screams at us to share, to post, to document, to confess. We are taught that our value is in our visibility. This is a lie. Self-control is knowing what to say out loud, and wisdom is knowing what to keep for yourself. That angry email you drafted at 2 a.m., keep it. That brilliant idea that just came to you in the shower, nurture it in the dark soil of your mind before you expose it to the light. That insecurity you feel about your new venture, sit with it. Understand it. Don't outsource your emotional processing to a crowd that is unequipped to handle it. Your mind is a garden. Not every seed that lands there needs to be planted, and not every plant that grows needs to be put on display. You must learn to protect your energy from the curious and the negative. People will ask you questions. You need to become a master of discernment. Some ask out of genuine concern. You will learn to feel this. It has a certain quality, a warmth. Some ask out of boredom, looking for a distraction from the emptiness of their own day. And some ask to use your story against you later. They are gathering ammunition. They will take your vulnerability, your temporary setback, and they will store it away. And in a moment of conflict, or in a casual conversation with someone else, they will wield it. "Oh yeah, he's trying to start that business, but he told me he's really struggling with the funding." They will offer up your struggle as a sacrifice to the gods of social conversation. Your pain becomes their social currency. You have to build a filter. You have to learn to answer questions without giving yourself away. "It's going well. Thanks for asking. I'm figuring it out." I'm in a phase of deep work right now. Deflect. Protect. Preserve. This is the ultimate shift. From a culture of talking to a culture of doing. Talk less. Execute more. There is a magical thing that happens when you stop announcing your plans. The energy that you are spending on talking, on explaining, on justifying, on seeking validation, that energy gets funneled back into the work itself. It becomes a self-sustaining reaction. Plans grow faster in silence because they are not being diluted by outside opinions. They are not being shaped by the fears of others. They are pure, concentrated intention. Success grows stronger without external noise because it is built on a foundation of your own competence and resolve, not the shaky ground of public approval. You are no longer building for an audience. You are building for yourself, and that is the only foundation that never crumbles, because people can't ruin what they don't know. Think about every great project that was killed by committee, every beautiful, fragile idea that was strangled by too many opinions before it could even take its first breath. The less you reveal, the safer your progress becomes. You are like a submarine moving silently through the deep. The world above is stormy, full of noise and chaos, but you are below the surface, moving steadily towards your destination, invisible and untouchable. No one can drop a depth charge on a target they cannot see. This is the strategy. Keep your moves low-key and your wins high-key. Operate in stealth mode. Let your work be your only noise. And when you achieve that milestone, when you cross that finish line, then, and only then, do you let the world see it. Let them see the final product, the result, the victory, not the messy, uncertain, vulnerable process that got you there. Let people be astonished by the suddenness of your success. They don't need to see the 5 years of silent struggle that preceded it. They only need to see the monument you've built. Let them wonder how you did it. Their confusion is your tribute. And through all of this, you must hold on to one core, unshakable truth. You don't need their approval. You need your focus. Every moment you spend explaining yourself is a moment stolen from your work. Every ounce of energy you expend justifying your path is energy diverted from walking it. Stop explaining. Stop trying to make them understand. They won't. They can't. Their map of the world does not include the uncharted territory you are exploring. Your journey is yours alone to take. Stop justifying your choices to people who were not chosen to be part of the decision. Just work. Put your head down. Let the doubt, the questions, the curiosity, the negativity, all of it. Let it become the white noise in the background of your profound and purposeful silence. I want you to imagine a room. It's a quiet room and it's yours. There is a door, and you have the only key. In this room, you keep everything that matters. Your dreams, sketched out on fragile parchment. Your plans laid out like intricate clockwork. Your fears, tucked away in shadowy corners. This room is your sanctuary and your war room. Now, imagine you've been leaving that door unlocked. People have been wandering in and out. They've been picking up your blueprints with greasy fingers, leaving smudges on your perfect plans. They've been whispering in the corners, and the echoes of their doubts have settled into the dust. Your once sacred space feels violated, chaotic. Your task now, your one change, is to lock the door. Turn the key. Feel the solid, final click of the bolt sliding into place. The silence that descends is not empty. It is potent. It is fertile. It is the silence of a universe waiting to be born. In this silence, you are no longer performing. You are no longer managing perceptions. You are simply becoming. You are building. The noise of the world is now a distant hum, and the only sound is the sound of your own focus, the scratch of your own will against the stone of reality. This is not about becoming secretive. It is about becoming sacred. It is about treating your inner life with the reverence it deserves. It is about understanding that your potential is the most valuable thing you will ever own, and that it must be protected with a ferocity that borders on the spiritual. The world will try to distract you. to pull you out of your quiet room with promises of validation and applause. Do not be tempted. The applause is fleeting. The validation is a hollow echo. But the thing you build in the silence, that will be your legacy. That will be the unshakable proof that you understood the most important rule of all. That some things are too precious to be spoken. That the deepest magic happens in the dark. So lock the door, turn the key, and get to work.